Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX as part of Ham Radio's oldest ham radio magazine on the air, this week in amateur radio. I'm Bill, AJ8B. If you're watching this on YouTube, the text of this will be included in the show notes, so you don't have to worry about writing down calls or dates or URLs. I would like to start with some breaking news from the ARRL DXCC Desk. The ARRL DXCC Desk has determined that the operation by a DXpedition team from Mount Athos does meet the DXCC Award Program's accreditation criteria. Contacts with the team, which operated in January of 2025 using the call sign SV1GA/A, will therefore count toward DXCC. Additionally, due to actions taken by local authorities that resulted in the early termination of the operation, any future operations by this team from Mount Athos will require additional documentation for securing accreditation for DXCC credit. Mount Athos is an autonomous region of northeastern Greece governed by the monastic community and is an entity on the DXCC list. This decision brings an end to several weeks of uncertainty about the status of the DXpedition. My good friend Dwight K4YJ recently informed me that he broke the 2,000 barrier in the ARRL DX Challenge and received his plaque from the ARRL. It is a gorgeous plaque and it's a great achievement. Congratulations to Dwight for achieving that. Well done. I did receive an email from Janet, W8CAA, asking about my comment last week concerning a DX newsletter. The newsletter that I was referring to is a monthly newsletter from the Southwest Ohio DX Association. The current issue and several years of back issues are available by going to swdxa.org or swadexa.org and clicking on newsletters. If you go there, let me know what you think. If you've been on with me for the past several weeks, you will know that I am trying to focus on those entities that will be available in the next 7 days. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on just the next 7 days might be helpful. So the following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the Daily DX, the Weekly DX, and the House DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the Daily DX, your only source of real-time DX information, just drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com, and I'll make it happen. Well, here's what should be on in the coming week. Let me know how many of these you're able to work. DP0VGN has been QRV on 6 meters from Antarctica. DL2ALY Alex wrote to Bernie, W3UR, that this was just a quick try in the last few days, and it works surprisingly well. Alex is using an IC7300 at 100 watts with an EcoFlex 15 and a broadband dipole. He switched to another station in a container outside with a Yaesu FT450, a vertical 6-meter delta loop, and a 10-meter EcoFlex. So Antarctica on 6 meters is a big deal, so you might want to keep your ear out for that one. An activation in Botswana by Luke, ZS6LUK, is currently underway. He should be QRV now as A25LUK through the end of April. With him will be an IC706, so he can expect to be on 40, 30, 20, 10 meters, plus single sideband FT8 and JS8 call. He expects to have WinLink when he is set up in camp. Some of his planned destinations are registered parks in the POTA program or the parks on the air. For antennas, Luke plans on an end-fed half-wave wire antennas or a vertical JPC-12. He will put his logs out on QRZ.com, so good luck working Luke. Ari, OH3KAV, will be active as OH0KA from Kokar Island Islands, April 18th to the 22nd, mostly FT8 and CW on HF, including 5 megahertz and possibly 6 meters. And you can QSL that operation to OH3KAV. 3 Delta 2 Bravo Papa is the new call for KD6XU Barry from Fiji. Starting this Friday Fiji time, he will be working 80 through 10 meters, mostly CW, but also FT8 sideband and, he says, occasionally JSA call. Not on any schedule, he says. It's a bit, quote, hit and miss kind of a thing, end quote. He has an IC7300, an FT891, and a QRP Labs QMX midband. He plans to do some POTA activations like he did in Samoa, but this time he'll have the FT891, so he won't have to be QRP CW all the time. Most of Barry's operations will be from land, but occasionally he may be on his yacht if a beach is not available or if the park it needs to be is he can get close to. He will be QSL using Logbook of the World. He says that paper QSLs just aren't possible at this time, given that he is traveling the region. Members of the Bavarian Contest Club are QRV and will continue to be so through April 27th in the British Virgin Islands. They will go QRT at 1200 Zulu and take down the antennas departing early on the 28th. They have 560 kilograms of gear and 2 oversized packages sent ahead by UPS, including aluminum and fiberglass masts, 2 spider beams, a DX Commander antenna, and a 6-meter antenna. So if you need the VP2, I'm getting tongue-tied, the British Virgin Islands, this is a great chance to get them. Sorry about that. French Polynesia will be activated by JA1XGI as TX7XG until April 15th. Haru will be on Fakarava Atoll, mostly CW with some sideband FT8 and RIDI on 40 through 6 meters. Haru says that, quote, human modes as much as possible will be used, end quote, and Foxhound, as many streams as possible when on FT8. I will not be using MSV. Confirmation will be through LOTW, Club Log OQRS, or via JA1XGI. JD1BOI and JD1BON are QRV by JI1LET and JA1UII from Ogasawara until April 17th using CW sideband and FT8, FT4 on 160 through 6 meters. And you can QSL that operation direct to the home calls. Paul, GW0NGA, is QRV from Janestown, St. Helena as ZD7PG until April 19th. Not on the air every day, he says, because he is looking forward to relaxing on the beautiful island. He says he will still have plenty of time on the air and will sort out some QSLing chores when he's back in the UK. He's not active on EQSL or LOTW, but likes real paper QSLs. However, he might, quote, knock out some EQSLs if he's asked, end quote. The most recent DX Mentor YouTube episode is available this weekend. It is a conversation with Jeffrey, K1ZN. He is an author, DX expert, and an avid IOTA ham. I know you will enjoy it. You can also check out the DX Mentor Facebook page to keep tabs on what is current and who is working. Please send me an email at thedxmentor@gmail.com if you need any details. Until next week, this is Bill, AJB saying 7-3, and thanks to my XYL Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.